Okay, good morning. I just pulled one of the Goddess Oracle cards. Mind my looks. I just woke up, okay? We don't always look fabulous when we wake up. I think I look pretty good. My skin's doing better. It's beautiful out. I gotta get outside. Okay, so I pulled a card. We got Oshun Generosity, number 41, which is also 5, which is change. Gorgeous card. Especially right now, just to get that. There's the book at. Number 41. Oh, I want my coffee. I made it. And my water. Some coffee. And some water. Okay, number 41. I slept amazing. I haven't slept this good in a long time. I went to bed a bit earlier. And, yeah, I think I got to start doing that more. Lately, I've been going to bed at like 5 in the morning, 2 in the morning. And it's almost feeling like I'm being forced to stay awake. Like, I don't want to. My body's tired. My brain's tired. I want to sleep. But it's just I keep finding something to do to keep myself awake. It's weird. Almost like I'm not supposed to be sleeping. But yesterday, I went to bed at like 10. And it was amazing. I woke up this morning at like 7 something. And then 8 o'clock. Just kind of chilled around in bed. I don't know what's going on, but I feel amazing. Like a weight has lifted off me. Okay, Oshun, generosity. Empowerment message. There is a universal law that centers on the unrestrained generosity and flow. Oshun, the benevolent Yorubian river goddess, the representation of nourishment, healing, fertility, and prosperity, reminds you that life herself has given to you freely. You have been offered air to breathe, water to drink, food to eat, and shelter to sleep in, if you be so lucky. So it is your task to give freely of yourself, in gratitude, no matter how big or small the act, without expectation of receiving anything in return. The goddess Oshun encourages you to allow gratitude to permeate everything you do right now, even the smallest of opportunities and gestures. The very experience of giving and being generous with your heart, your time, money, assistance, kindness, and care will provide more value than you can ever imagine. And when you release all attachment to the outcome, you will be surprised to see how good fortune you have bestowed on others comes back to you tenfold. Oshun reminds you that this is a truth that has existed since time began and will continue until the world's very end, if that ever happens. Alignment message. Sometimes you may fall prey to other fears about whether you will get what you want or need. So you worry about money or love, and you begin withholding. You might find yourself being overly restrictive and beginning to hoard for that proverbial rainy day. Do you know the cutoff of generous Oshun's flow of potential when you allow yourself to be convinced there is not enough? So you basically cut yourself off when you get in that whole idea of hoarding. It's like a lack mentality. And it doesn't really allow the flow. So the truth is, when you begin to be miserly with your time, affection, gifts, you will see little in return, as all you begin to notice is what isn't there, which is lack. In this moment, the goddess Oshun wants to offer you this alignment task. You can't expect the great goddess to be generous with you if you show her you don't trust in the flow of her generosity. Now is the time to do the opposite of what you fear. You will feel there is not enough money, then spend a little bit to signal your trust and abundance. If you feel unloved, ask who you can love, including yourself, where you can show that you care. Even kind gestures made to a stranger sends the sign that you trust in the generosity of the world. Do not wait to get what you want. Give it away to others, those that are deserving, and you will be amazed at how things turn out around you. The goddess Oshun has only your best interest at heart. This is really, really important message. Not just to myself, but to other people out there. If you're watching this video right now, it's very important to understand that if we kind of just hoard everything and keep everything to ourselves, especially if we have an abundance of something, whether it be our time or gifts or money or anything like that, when we start hoarding things because we're afraid of losing it, that sends a signal out to the universe that we don't have enough, or that we're in lack, or that we're not grateful for what we have. So the moment we start becoming generous, you'll notice a lot of people that are not very well off, people that come from hard times or whatever, are more than willing to give their clothing or shirts off their back, so to speak, or donate, which is really, really unfair, because I think the society we live in, especially with the commercials and everything, targets those with, that pulls on their heartstrings. So it targets those that have come from nothing to give. And I'm not saying that wealthy people do not give. There's tons of people out there that give all the time. But there's a time and a place when it comes to hoarding wealth. You know, are you doing it? What reasons are you doing it for? Are you doing it for your fear that you're going to lose everything? Or are you doing it out of greed? So, yeah, if you yourself have the chance to give somebody a toonie, or if you're from Canada, you know what a toonie is. Or if you come across somebody that needs just like a bite to eat. I remember waiting 2 hours for a plate of French fries. This was like years ago. I was with a group of friends, and I was the last one to get food. And I waited very patiently. I didn't get upset, although it was really upsetting to me. I just stayed calm. I finally got that plate of fries. And I think it was fries and wrap. And I sat there and I ate half of it. And then I packaged the rest of it up to leave. And we all went for the walk. And I seen somebody there. It was a homeless person. And they had like a little basket. And they had like a jar of peanut butter or whatever. And I gave them food. It was still warm. I gave the food to the person sitting there. And I walked away. And for a split moment, I thought, I just waited like 2 hours for that food. Why would I do that? And then the other part of me kicked in and said, so what? Who cares? You had enough to fill your stomach. You're more than full. You don't need any more. And it probably would just go to waste or get cold. So why not give it to somebody that could use it? Right? That whole idea. You find when you go through certain emotional moments in your life as well, you know, to go through that storm, to get through the rain, to get to the rainbow at the end of it is very fulfilling. And sometimes other people are not going to be around you to lift you up, so you got to do it yourself. But then when you come in contact with somebody that really truly needs a hug or that needs to be lifted up, you have no problem doing so, even though nobody did it for you. This whole idea of being generous with multiple things that you currently have is very important, because it does come back to you. Even if you don't think it does in different ways. So that's your morning message there. Hopefully you like it. Hopefully you guys are, I'm going to get washed up, probably maybe go to the park or go outside and draw and sketch or something like that. Do something with my time that I really enjoy.